Hey, what it do, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We finna look at the most overpowered builds in 2K history, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe, like, share. We're on our way to 1,000. I said 1,000. On our way to 3,000, man. This video is by Brother Jonathan's. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? All that can stay. But let's get straight onto the video, man. Yeah.
2K has had a lot of different build systems, a lot of different builds in 2K that made each game unique. In this video, we're gonna give you the top 10 best builds in NBA 2K history, according to my opinion. In the comments, I want y'all to put y'all top 10 and let's compare. Number 10. Now, starting off, I'm gonna put the NBA 2K22 play shots. Now, you wondering like, wow, number 10 all time over the 21 play shots? Yes. The reason is you have blinders, you have mismatch expert. Those two badges make it automatically, in my opinion, better than the 21 play shot. Mainly because the shooting is easier on 22 than 21. So they hit way more whites. Then you add on play shots, they got the real player percentage. You can go back to the when they had the Zen era, but that was a literal cheat. That was a literal hack. The real player is an actual feature that they can't get rid of in the game. And the badges and the way the game plays, in my opinion, makes the 22 play shot one of the best.
Yeah, dribbling was way better. I can't lie. It was way better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Play shot versions of 2K history. A lot of y'all may not agree. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and go to number 9. Number 9 is the 2K21 Next Gen Demigod. Now, y'all know what that is. It's the 6'7" power forward. That build was pretty overpowered. If you really think about it, that thing can shoot, contact dunk off wheel, Curry slide, finish, had good playmaking. Bro, you could literally do everything with that build. And if they were so overpowered that versions of themselves couldn't even stop themselves. You can have a demigod, you can't stop their demigod. You know what I'm saying? When the game is 20-20, whoever had the ball, you knew you probably gonna lose because
that is right. If you go back and I ain't gonna do it now, but if you go back and look at them builds, bro, I'm talking about you had 96 driving down, 92 3 ball, 95 perimeter defense, 90 steal. Like, bro, what the fuck going on right here? You probably had like an 80 something ball handle. Like what? It was like 84. If you 6'7", I think it was 84. And back in these games, you can actually dribble that 80 smoothly, like you got a 90. That's how the dribbling work. But you see, he do is nothing but Curry side, Curry behind the back pass, because that's how the game was built. When it comes to these builds, every game is built different. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same basketball game. And I think I know what the number one is. I probably do know what the number one is. But you gotta think about the build, and you gotta think about the gameplay. They go hand in hand. The build is if the build is a problem. Like in 25, the gameplay is the problem. The build is a little bit of the problem. That shit going 100%. You know what I mean? So like, let's say we have 15 builds, and with this style of gameplay, everybody will still be mad as shit because the game is ass.
Even if you played amazing D, they either gonna hit a bull shot or they gonna run and dunk on the center. Alright, we all knew this was gonna happen. That next gen 2K21 demigod, the 6'7" power forward, is still a top.
But at least with the builds in here, they was all good. You feel me? It's just the 6'7", you got way more.
Top 10 build of all time too, if you're gonna ask me. Alright, that's if you ask me. Alright, let's go. Number 8 is the 2K18 stretch big. The 2K18 stretch big. Now, those were 7-3 stretches that were able to shoot over people. Bro, you could literally green smothers with those builds. You were literally greening smother shots with the 2K18 stretches. Those builds were unstoppable in that game. And I had a pure sharp. And then I used to run with stretches, and they hit everything. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So we gotta roll with them at number 8, man. We gotta roll with them at number 8. Number 7, I'm gonna put the 6'10" point forward in 2K17. Now the 6'10" point forward was very deadly in 17. Used to hate going against, used to hate seeing them. When you see a lineup full of them, you already knew what time it was. They finna do the little dribble moves until they get that grand badge, and then it's ankle breaking time. Then you got some that will hit the park card cheese on you. They will legit be 6'10" demigods hitting the park cheese on you. And then even worse, when the Mountain Dew winners will win Mountain Dew, they get that +5 ball control so they can speed boost and do all the cheese dribble moves unlimited. But you have to buy boosts to make this build good, so this is why I don't put it higher. You required boosts. You had to buy boosts to make them really torque. I believe it was like +5 attribute boost that they used to do before they did the skill boost thing. So I got them at number 7. Number 6, the 610 pure lockdown of 2K19. Now this was my favorite build of 2K history. This build was literally one of the most overpowered things in 2K19 and one of the most overpowered defensive builds of all time. This is the best defensive build of all time in 2K history. This build alone shut down everything. You can shut down the stretches. If you played it right, you can even slow down them post scores, because y'all know them post scores are pretty deadly too. I ain't gonna lie. I literally made that build specifically for the stretches because the stretches were going a little too ham in 19. I made this build specific.
Was Brother Jones the one that found out about this build? I don't think he was. I think he might have been. Yeah, because I remember sticky fingers back there. But remember the gameplay, you could shoot on this motherfucker. He wasn't really dribbling because you was there for defense, but you could still shoot. You see, throwing them things, throwing them oops. It's the gameplay, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. Like just look how what he doing. It's just greatness. You feel me?
Specifically to slow down the stretches, and it worked for the most part too well. Soon as they start throwing jump shot 24 on everything, you know what I'm saying? I had it all. People see me do it. They threw it up. It's over with. That's when the whole game changed. Now you seen lockdowns all over the place. Yeah, it was a toxic mess. So this build literally had the ability to do a lot of things. Drive, dunk, defense. If you knew how to do the little dribble, you can do a little bit of dribbling with it too. Yeah, bro. And you run this with a post score. Yeah, bro. The 610 lock was pretty deadly, bro. So we're gonna go to number 5. The counter of this was the stretch big of 19. Now the stretch big of 19 I put above it because if you didn't have a lockdown, you were getting shot over every other play. Them things used to shoot over everybody. You know, a lot of popular YouTubers had that, man. You had Joe Knows had it, Duke Dennis, Grind, and a lot of other people, which inspired a large community of these toxic stretch bigs doing the L2 cheese with glass cleaners in post score. I remember y'all. You used to get the L2 cheese, run around and shoot, and then when you get sharp takeover in that game, you ain't even have to green no more. You would get animations for shooting whites. This is why the stretch.
It's the gameplay, bro. It's the gameplay. That's why this shit was so lit too, bro. With the builds was OP nasty. Like you can create a pure slasher, you can still shoot with that motherfucker, still dribble with that motherfucker. I had a shot creating, slash and shot create. Yeah, I'm talking about filming shit, nigga. I was like 110. You're like, come on, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like shooting with that motherfucker, like, shooting, dunking, dribbling. 6'8", by the way, nigga. Yes, like.
It has to be on this list, man. It has to be a top 5. It had to be a top 5 or it ain't even a valid list. That's if you asking me. Now, number 4, we going with the 6'7" outside point guard of 2K16. Now, some people may think this is higher. And you could debate. This is top 3. Now,
the 6'7s had more defense. That's why, you know what I'm saying? He had the 21, he had the 16. These motherfuckers had more defense. And with this game, no matter if you had a 5'11", 6'1", 7-footer, everybody getting contacts, everybody can block, everybody can shoot, no matter if you're inside, outside. Man, and then just the gameplay, you still dribbling with a 70. I think you had like a 70 ball handling if you was outside. You was in that big going stupid. Green. Like, come on now.
I won't get mad if you put it top 3. I really won't get mad if you put it top 3. The reason I got it here is there's a few builds that has to go over it in my opinion. But the 6'7" PG, you can do everything. The reason I don't put it higher because it was so limited with the builds. Like, you basically had to be it. What was the other option? A 6'2"? outside of 6'3", outside of 6'6" balance, a 6'4" inside. I mean, what you gonna do? That was the meta. So it was the only thing you can pick. So it had a limited pool. So basically, everybody was the same thing. You can run them 2s, 3s, deadly. Those things were very deadly. They were unstoppable and scary. Most people couldn't do nothing with them. Let's be real. Most people couldn't do nothing with them. When you see them pulling up in their sunset clothes, man, you know what time it was, bro. Those things were toxic. Now for number 3, we got another 2K19 build, man. Y'all like 2K19 again? Y'all know what this one is. It was the best build in 19. The post score. The post score in 19 is, oh my God. There was nothing could stop that build. Nothing could stop a post score in 19. In 19, you can get a lock and try. It didn't work most of the time. It could work if you knew what you was doing. It couldn't work. It was so overpowered. I've never seen anything like it. Almost. I've almost never seen anything like it. Like number 3.
It really had post. Like, it was a majority backing down. Yeah, of course, it's a post score. That's how they get to their bucket. But if you wanted to go outside, you didn't have to create that pure post score. You can create a sharp shooting post score. If I can shoot, like, I'm talking about not no regular shooting. Like, I'm talking about shoot. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he gonna put you in the post. He be like, bro, so you hitting post phase, all that shit, bro. That shit.
The 19 post score, you had different variants of them too. This the sick part. You had the pure post scores. You had the slashing post score. That might have been the worst. And the shot create ones, the ones that could shoot. All of them were toxic. Now, I think the worst one was a 94 and up pure post that had that take over the whole game. You're not winning. Like, you're not winning. That was the biggest unfair competitive advantage build I've ever seen. When they get takeover, they throw people out the way. They literally will throw you out the way. No other build has ever done that in history. Now, stretches, they will hit their shots, but they're not throwing you out the way and doing all that bull. That is why that build is up here in the top 3. It's in the top 3. Now, number 2, man. Number 2, I hate the most. Man, I have a love-hate relationship for this build, man. The NBA 2K20 two-way slash and play. Man, this could be number 1, but I have to put one thing over it. But this build right here was nasty. The hop step of hell. The hop step of hell was deadly, bro. You cannot stop. You can literally. That was the lowest skill build I've ever seen. Anybody could get on that build and look decent if they knew how to hop step. If you knew how to hop step, you can do what you got to do. You can get wins. Like, you can literally get wins. You ain't even got to be good. You can get wins. It was kind of like that on a lot of these builds on his list.
He don't got the one that can shoot. I had the one that can shoot. I had the he can pull with this. Yeah, he can pull with a 50. He just ain't, you know what I'm saying, trying. But look at the defense on this motherfucker. Look at this look. Yeah, you can pull with a 50. Yeah, he got the 99 speed. I think Shake now he had the 99 speed, 99 acceleration one. I think if I'm not wrong. Oh, he not. Nah, yeah, he had the 99 speed, 99 acceleration. I think. I know he definitely had 99 speed. These builds is nasty. There you go, Law. I'm gonna tell y'all the niggas this since the beginning of my career shit. We've been doing everything, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's just not how it is now. You know what I'm saying? It's not OD. Like, y'all finna see the first build. I already know the number 1 build.
Man, I have a love-hate relationship for this build, man. The NBA 2K, you guards because they had a two-way slashing playmaker. The two-way slashing playmaker is one of the most broken builds I've ever seen. They can hit the 3, the hop step of hell, contact dunks, and they could clamp, bruh. They literally was doing it all. They could do everything, and it was completely unfair.
Niggas put 20 in their top 3. I'm not the one that really do that, just because I know how I felt about it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I know how we felt about it. We hated this game. This game was slow, typing of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hot step, and you see right here, the game was a little slow, like a little chop. You know what I'm saying? Like, going from 19, I'm cool. Remember, I'm cool with the game. I don't say it's not a bad game. It's not definitely not the shit we got now. But after 20, this is when shit start going down. I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? Quick draw badge, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I like about it is the build diversity, but at the same time, every build once everybody figure out you can shoot with 60, bro, every build is the fucking same after that. Like to me, like nigga, you can be a playmaker. I know you can shoot because I had a slasher, I had a catfish slasher. I couldn't get contact nuts unless I had bags, but I'm getting ankle breakers. So I can play defense. I'm like 6'6". Yeah, I was 6'6". When I was in that pool, I had like a 73 ball. Green. I think I had like a high layup and high layup and high dunk for sure. Nigga, that bill was nasty. I ain't gonna lie. I had an inside mid-range playmaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not top 3. It's not top 5 because it don't really change nothing for me. Not in mine. Not top 3. It's not top 5 because it don't change. 19, it changed the dynamic. You had double take. You had shit like that. You had they redefined the double archetypes. You feel me? The 99 system was even better. You know what I'm saying? Than last year. 17, redefined dribbling. Niggas was turned up off that dribbling shit. 16, niggas was turned up in general. 15, niggas was, y'all finna see.
Completely unfair. So this is why the 2K20 two-way slashing play is number 2. Number 1, the only thing I will put over that is the NBA 2K15 demigod. Now the NBA 2K15 demigod was a literal demigod glitch. One of the few of all time that you will never repeat. They ain't never letting that happen again to the point where you.
Nigga, this is the 7-3. I think I might be talking out my ass, but I think this is his regular 7-3 that he had. And then, bro, it's the 7-3s. The 7-3s move. Everybody move like guards on this game, and I fuck with it. But this can't be in top 5 just because of this glitch alone. I swear to God. If this glitch on it should be up there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody build was nasty. You can be an inside, outside, even fuck it, even go balance. Any height. If you was an inside slash. If you was an inside, say you was like inside 6'3" guard, you was booming on niggas and still shooting, still can play defense, still can pass the ball. You can do everything. Same with outside. If you had an outside, say you had an outside 6'8", I had one of those. You was still getting contact dunks. Still getting contact. I'm talking about booming on shit. I'm not lying, bro. Hey, this game was fun, but you see what he doing there. It wasn't really bad. When we go back and look at it, it wasn't really basketball because the park, dead ass niggas used to have 7-foot small forwards just for the rebound factor, just for the height factor. Do this shit on offensive ends. Do this shit on offensive ends and then try to get the board. Like, come on, bro. Like he finna pull.
You had 7-foot like demigods doing their thing. Now, once again, the build pool was limited back then, but it doesn't matter because that thing, I don't think anything will ever come close to that. Hopefully nothing. You're never going to have a 7-foot dribbling like that, shooting at will and dunking. I hope not. And I ain't even played 2K15 Park, bruh. And I know about it. I've seen clips. I've seen videos like you're watching it right now. I didn't play this. I never played Park in 15.
Look how he's
so
moving,
I never got to.
This is a 7-footer. Look how he's moving, bro. You can't dream of doing that shit on 25. And like I said, it's the gameplay. It's the
witnesses. I seen it through stream. I used to watch Cash Nasty. I used to see his streams. Yeah, I used to see him playing this stuff, bro.
Oh, God,
yeah, no, that's why I
right?
stayed my ass on my team. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stayed on my team. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, man. If y'all got any other builds,
hey, bro. Not gonna lie, I like this list. The 2K20 though, because in my head, like this did like is this the 7'2" point guard demi, swear to God, and then it's the 7-footer. So they did the same shit. They had a bro, you was 7 foot with an 80 ball handle. At small forward, still getting rebounds. Still, like I said, still getting done. It's the gameplay, bro. It's dead ass the gameplay, bro. I swear to God, it's the gameplay, bro. But this list is nice still. I actually fuck with the list, man. Shout out Brother Jones, man. But like I said, bro, if the gameplay fun like this shit was broken like fuck. You can use any build in this game and just go dummy. Not gonna lie. But it's the gameplay, bro. Like if you put these type of builds in 25, it's still not gonna feel the same. It's not. But I'm out of like shit, man. Yeah.